Shlumpedcast.
Yo, what's up, y'all? We back here again with the Shlumpedcast. Today, we got my boy Bando.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We got our boy Alex the Great Vo, the one behind the computer. Setup, masterpiece, magician. And then we got someone else we like to introduce.
We got
y'all
Big
today.
Money More right here. And finally, I made a poem from, I mean this with a lot of
Really
love.
now?
Today we make history.
Oh my
So I'll make this short and crispy. Podcasting's very best finally has its first guest. Friends for a long time, I have yet to see him pass his bedtime. He studies hard and can even play soccer. Break the rules and he'll send you to Davy Jones' locker. A girl let him to betray me in high school because he was simping like a fool. A simp he was, and he too was a bastard. In bedroom, the ladies called him the master of faster. Here my jokes end. Let's see what he says. Introducing my friend, Jonathan Ordonez.
Hello, fellas. How y'all?
Hey.
Here I am joining the Shlumpedcast today here with my big boy Pookie,
Yes,
Brendan,
sir.
and Alex. Thank you guys for having me over here.
We're glad to have you here.
Yes, sir. It's been a minute.
Heck
it's
yeah,
been a minute.
Been a long time.
What you
too.
been
Yes,
up
sir.
to since quarantine and whatnot?
I don't know, man. See, they've been trying to keep me captive in there as well, but sometimes you just gotta go out, man. If you ain't sick, you ain't sick. But I mean, just make
Well,
sure.
still be careful.
Yeah, still be careful.
We got our face masks.
Yeah.
Not in view. Trying to make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
We're risking our lives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
we're risking your
podcast.
life for
So please,
content.
like, subscribe.
Right. Making
Yeah.
sure you see all these sexy faces, bro.
He talking to you, viewers.
He
He talking to you. He talking. All right, Jonathan. Tell. What else?
So
what
that
else you been up
60-year-old
to?
man that's watching us.
Let's talk about how we came to. Brandon, you can make that short. How you meet Jonathan?
So the first time I met him, we went to go play Sunday soccer
Right.
with his church fellow guys.
Oh yeah.
And
Some
we,
of them go to church. Majority of them.
Yeah, majority don't, but some
They
of
just-
them
You
do.
know,
Yeah.
just-
they're just
You
there.
know, I met him there, shook hands like a gentleman way, and yeah.
Jonathan, was his cap or not?
It was Cap.
It was
Oh,
cap.
What? Then when did
I know
meet you?
Brandon, he never shook hands with nobody he played soccer
No,
with.
we did shake hands.
Oh, he did shake hands.
But I felt like we met like somewhere else before soccer. I'm not sure. It
You
was
see him in
with
school
Alex.
before?
School, no.
No.
Probably know his brother.
I'm pretty
Did you
sure.
know him?
No.
I'm pretty sure we had a dinner date.
Did we now?
Dinner date.
No, that was after.
That was
Oh,
after.
oh,
When
okay,
we went to
yeah.
Burger Republic.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah, Brandon's story is real then.
And then Pookie, did you meet him? How'd you meet him?
I met him in believe it was middle school, but what grade?
It was 7.
7th grade was
And
it?
that's when
Or
I met
6th?
him too. Then
Yeah, it was
that's when
7th
I
grade.
met him too.
So 7th grade, and I met him because in the cafeteria, in the old school days,
Facts.
they used to bring out the box TV
Oh
on
yeah,
the
bring
cart
it out.
with the Xbox. It was a 360 at the time. Where
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
but
on
they
the
had 2K on there, so you got that group, and then you got Madden, and then finally
Yeah.
for us weebs, we got Mario Kart.
We had the Wii. The Wii
That's no way
was
it was
king back in the
related.
day.
Facts.
Mario's an anime character.
Doesn't count.
Really?
The point is, me and Jonathan were Mario Kart gods back in our day. We used
I
to
was a
wreck
god too.
everybody.
Mario.
Yeah, man.
I remember you was up there with us, but it was that other dude. I don't
Abel?
remember was it
No,
Abel?
I
It
don't
was
think
Abel.
it was
Well, he
Abel.
took it seriously. I don't know.
Nah,
if
but
you're
he was trash.
Abel-
Abel, no disrespect, but you was trash, my boy.
we love you, Abel. We should catch up
dude.
sometime.
I mean, shout out
He
to
took it very
Abel.
seriously.
Yeah.
I remember when me and Eddie had a computer class with him.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah, and we unplugged his computer. He got mad. He was like, "Teacher, can I move seats?"
What
And then he moved
which
seat-
Abel are we talking about?
Not the weekend. Not the weekend.
No.
Obama Abel?
Not, Obama.
Obama
Oh,
Abel?
Obama Abel.
Is that the one you're
Obama.
talking about?
Hispanic or African American?
We're talking about
he's
Obama
Ethiopian?
Abel. Yeah, the Ethiopian.
Technically
Ethiopian.
African American.
Oh, the
Is Ethiopian
big head
African?
one.
That guy specifically.
I've seen him around school.
I don't know.
He has a penis-sized head, right?
Head-
shape.
Wasn't it Peanut Head?
You know, well, that's what they call
Peanut,
it.
Because that's what Eddie told me. That's what his name was.
Hey, no disrespect to you, Peanut. But when I remember when I used to play
Yeah.
Mario Kart with you, you was Dookie. I don't know how you are now. So
He has practice on the Nintendo Switch.
Hey, he takes pictures like you do. He like this, you know.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
definitely
You
got
know, at Cali Vibes 21.
The chin
Hey,
dab.
go add me. Go add me.
Vibes.
The chin dab.
Shout out.
Let's see if Alex remembers.
That
Yeah.
means to you, ladies. All right, so Jonathan.
Cali Vibes.
I'll explain how I came encountering these guys as well. Well, let's start with the middle school area. So before I went to Marshall, I went at Antioch for like 5th and 6th grade. Then that's when they did the whole rezone thing. And when 7th grade hit, of course, I went to Marshall. Didn't meet them like instantly since we were like in whole different classes. I mean, met him playing Mario Kart.
Great friendship.
Alex, that's where the friendship all began. Met Brandon like
late
a couple
high school.
Years, late in high school.
My boy Jonathan had the Dickies every day too. He had the Dickie
them shorts,
Yeah.
purple polo.
He know.
Hey,
He
Pookie,
know.
what kind of pair of Dickies you wearing right now?
It's not a Dickies.
Clearly. You're supposed to say they're Dickies.
Huh?
We're sponsored by Dickies. You're supposed to say we got Dickies on.
Since when are we sponsored by Dickies?
Since you've been wearing them all the time. Isn't that a Dickie shirt?
No.
That ain't no shit.
Should be
God.
sponsored by them.
Hey, at Dickies, hit me up. I'll be your poster man right here. I'll wear any Dickie clothing line you got out there.
Oh,
We gotta make them special fabric as well.
Yeah, special sizes too.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Jonathan,
I'm just selling them in advance.
when you were in high school, I barely had classes with you. Or I was barely around you because you were
No, see, freshman year.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but every year afterward, you were
He was
off.
mingling.
He was
Yeah.
off. Yeah, he was off somewhere else. So I
But-
barely got to talk. Did you ever encounter any drama during your high school?
I wouldn't say personally no, but relationship wise, yeah, I feel like I made a big
Mm.
mistake taking that relationship
Mm-mm.
in high school. I'm like, mm.
We all have that one girl.
Yeah, it was that one girl who made me
Mm-mm.
blind, bro.
He was simping, bro. He had a class with me.
Yeah.
So in our high, I don't know if your high school had it. We had pathway classes, so they're like
we had
career
different
classes.
pathways, Yeah.
Yeah. So Brandon right now he has construction.
Boy, Antioch was like down the street.
No, we're
Wasn't
talking about
it?
Riverdale.
We're talking about Riverdale. The
Yeah.
Oh,
Riverdale.
for River.
The
Oh.
trash.
They have-
We did have pathways too.
What did you have?
I had taken the automotive
Oh,
technology.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
nice.
wanted to take that
That's
one.
advanced.
Overton
Yeah.
has automotive, right?
Antioch
Or-
does too.
Antioch-
Overton,
Antioch was I forgot the teacher's name, but bro, that shop was ghetto.
Like I
as
said,
hell.
every
that shop was not it.
out of all the classes, not all of them, but like majority of them you don't need them. Like them classes, I feel like they're important. It depends on what you choose, I guess.
Construction is a real good one to go to.
Yeah, like how we got our set built up, that really helped. And then automotive,
Bruh,
obviously.
I'm surprised at what they have at Riverdale though. They had child daycare.
Wow.
They had
Oh,
a
for
whole
teachers, right?
child daycare.
For teachers, right?
For teachers, yeah.
For teachers,
I'm
or
pretty
for-
sure.
Like for
I'm
teachers
Better
and
me?
students.
daycare.
Teachers
But
and
they had the
students.
they had the students learn
Can't
as
get-
a,
Really?
Nah.
Take
you
care
know,
of children?
yeah.
Well, was it like a full class of only females or some stuff?
yeah,
Wow.
Oh, and you know where all the guys went.
they couldn't get in. It's a female only.
Oh, Gotti.
You're kind of
Restricted.
sexist.
Gotti. Yeah. You know, father, man.
I
Trying
mean,
to
you gotta be a father. You gotta learn.
Yeah, that's
So
sure.
so
Me
you're telling
too.
me
Yeah. So
I don't get what's the
yeah.
point of being a male babysitter. It's just being creepy. I don't get that stereotype.
Well, it depends on the guy, I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, if you've had like a world record taking care of your younger siblings and stuff like that, wouldn't matter.
Yeah. See, got
I
two
think
young
obviously when you have a babysitter and you hire the babysitter over, like right then and there, you'll see if they have experience with kids or not.
brothers.
I saw
Obviously.
some girls that were trash at their
Yeah.
taking care of
God,
babies.
No.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
you have siblings.
Yeah,
you
I
can
have,
babysit.
I have 3 younger
Mhm.
brothers. Well, one's actually almost my age. He's 19, and the other one's 9, and
I
the other
mean,
one's
he's
5.
still the same size as your younger brothers, right?
Shout out to Joseph. I don't know if
Yep.
you listen to the podcast. I don't know if you listen or not. But yeah, me and Jonathan had AV. It never came into my life until now.
Yeah.
Except for the audio part, but like video wise,
Video.
that came in helpful.
AV. Let me mute
I
that
think-
shit.
I think it's important nowadays. Not back in the day, but nowadays, like whatever you're trying to do, like you see how many advertisements are out there,
Right.
and then if you're really good at Photoshop, you get paid a lot of money for that. Me
Yeah.
and Jonathan had that, so basically, me and him had that class our senior year for like every day,
Yeah.
and instead of him choosing to stay in it with me for every day, he left, went to drama or whatever,
Theater arts?
Theater arts or whatever.
It was like media something, but it was way different than I made that mistake.
I mean,
big time.
he didn't go there for the media. He went in there for.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
for
that was
real?
a big mistake that
Was
I
that the
made.
simping days?
Yeah,
Oh,
But did you get any?
man.
nah, unfortunately.
He left me, man. I was stuck with.
He has more than the female too.
I was stuck with Peanut and. Hey, well, you do a good job. You do a good
Facts.
job. But yeah,
We'll
he wasn't
hire
even-
you.
He wasn't even there, huh?
That
We
man's
can
sister.
hire him.
Brandon's pay you. So
Brandon's paying you, yeah.
Pookie's
Yeah,
paying
he'll
you.
pay
How
you.
many times I was
Brandon
skip that
offered.
class
He
just
got a
to
good
come
job.
to
Brandon
your
offered.
Pookie got a good job. Tell about your job, Pookie.
Yeah, talk about your job.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm working part time as a, I guess,
As a
wedding
simp?
planner assistant. Does that make sense? We just help set up tables and
Wedding planner assistant.
whatever she basically needs. We just follow her around.
You're
and
just
she
the
tells us
lackey
what to do.
assistant.
I'm just the muscle in this situation.
Hey.
I mean, she had me as bodyguard. Nobody was trying to fuck
Interesting.
with me
Oh.
like that because
Wow.
I'll put them down.
That's
You
the thing.
smack Pookie's belly twice, you disappear.
Oh, God.
Well,
story.
Yep,
That's
yep.
the thing. If the security guard's big, you can't mess with them, bro.
No, sir.
I mean, if you run fast enough.
Brandon
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
one of them that.
Hey, since
gets
we're
them to
talking about-
chase us.
Real quick on
System that run away.
off track as hell. Real quick about security, like this one. So I work at Walmart. They have security, right? So they're just there for show. They have a couple rules which are dumb. One, they can't chase you. Two, they can't put their hands on you. So basically, they're just there for show, I guess. And you can tell they're for show too, because most of them are like big and out
I
of
saw a
shape.
scrawny dude.
Scrawny dude, big, out of shape.
Yep.
So there's a one supervisor. Oh my god, he takes his job waste. This dude got a Black Ops vest or something. You think, it looks like he's trying to take bullets or something. And he had they all have walkie talkies, right? So manager's like, we need security. Da 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 da. They
It's
go
because
over
we
there.
live in the Yawk.
Instead of him having his walkie at his waist, he has his walkie up here. And then he's just like, yeah, go ahead.
Rookie move.
And then when he walks, oh my god, the way he carries himself, like he's just.
He holds his belt and walks.
How he takes his job way too seriously, and then the way he talks to him, and he says officers. That's what he refers to. Like, oh my god, he just takes it way too seriously. I was making fun. Even his own employees make fun of him. It was like, oh, he got his Black Ops vest on today.
That's rookie attire, man. If you're trying to be security, just keep it on the low and just.
I'm not making fun of. Well, yes, I am. I am making fun of him, but the profession itself,
Yeah, you don't. You're good security known to stay low key,
Right.
not to be obvious.
Yeah,
you gotta
freaking
blend
walk
in.
there. Yeah, you gotta blend in. You got their
Mhm.
jump shooter and whatnot.
If not, they always gonna find you in the middle of everyone first and just.
Yeah, you gotta hit them unexpected.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
see, like in that, that store exactly, I robbed the most stuff because it's the easiest because the security guards.
That's why your phone charger ain't working.
Actually, it was the lock.
No.
It was a charging block the whole time.
I'm dead.
Jonathan, where you work at right now during quarantine?
Well, so far, I've been trying to help my parents start their own business and all that.
What kind of business?
Well, my mom's doing cleaning business. My dad's doing exterior and interior construction stuff.
That's dope. I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not easy.
That's a
No,
good
you should
hustle
hire
around
Pookie.
here.
Hire
Alright,
Pookie.
Pookie.
Hey, if you need extra muscle, I got you.
All
I'll
right.
help load some
Cool,
shit.
cool.
That means you have to drive to the Yawk every day.
Well, I mean, if I got a job to go to, then
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, that's
It
worth
is-
it.
it's worth it.
You'll
Yeah.
get
So what they
$2.
have you do, Jonathan?
Me, I'm just up and down. But I'm just up and down doing whatever needs to be done. Like cleaning, I just vacuum all that stuff, mop, sweep, dust off.
Seems pretty easy,
Construction.
but if you do it for a long ass time, you'll
You
get
get
tired
exhausted.
eventually.
Oh, that's all those workers get my respect every time they go
The
out
cleaning
there.
jobs?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially rooftop workers.
Facts.
Man, I know they crisp
You know,
up out there.
roofing pays a lot of money.
But they crisp up there, for real.
Like I have a friend that got his car painted by my dad, and he paid full cash and everything. And dude, he worked in roofing, right? He got his car painted, then he sold that car, and now he drives a 2017 Infiniti Q60, something like that.
Wow.
It's nice.
Thinking
These
of
jobs
us.
out here, man.
Yo.
Jonathan, tell me about college.
All
None
right.
of us. I mean, he might in the future, but me and Pookie.
No.
Oh, maybe they'll give him some incentive on how college is for when he is ready
Yeah,
to
tell
make
us
his
about-
decision.
Tell us about
Yeah, I'm not
college,
gonna lie.
man.
All
Yeah,
right.
well, before you start, teachers in school, they're like, they've been to college, but when they went to college, it was years ago.
Yeah, that was
So
way
they
back
can't
then.
really, they can
Relate.
kind of explain it to the students how it's
Yeah.
like, but they can't really, not right now because it's different.
The whole different era.
Yeah, so.
Because if we talk to kids that are in college right now, like Jonathan, some of them will give us bad aspects to how our teachers would tell us good things about it.
Going from middle school to high school. Oh, you can't do this.
man.
Bro,
Right.
that was so cap because everybody told me everything, and once I got there, I was like, damn, I considered my shit a month late, and I
If
still
you
get
don't,
the points.
if you don't put your name on that paper, they just
You
throw
gonna
it away.
Yeah.
Whose
Bruh,
name?
Right,
is
whose
it?
name is
paper
it?
Whose name?
Yeah,
is it?
this school system is so flawed, bro.
I know, dude.
Nah, it's just the teachers that be capping for no reason.
There be
I
some
mean-
teachers.
I wish I had the video to show y'all, but I don't know if you've seen a video where this dude kind of shows you the evolution of different things that we've made as humans.
Uh-huh.
And they've shown the classroom has never changed. It's just
The
a room with a bunch
the
of
chalkboard went to a whiteboard.
with markers, and
That'd
it's
be
just updated desks.
That'd be
That's
the
it.
teachers who'll be working for like
Alright.
30,
But if you
35
look-
years in the system.
Yeah, and if you look at a car, how much does a car change from back then to now?
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
Like, did you guys ever
Yeah,
have like
like-
Miss Freedom, something like that? Back in
Freeman?
Marshall, yeah, Miss Freeman.
Miss Freeman. Oh,
Freeman.
God.
I remember Freeman.
I mean,
Hated
I
her.
remember Freeman.
She's
Freeman.
nice. She was nice and all because I was smart.
Like what? Lewis Freeman, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Louis
Louis
Freeman.
Freeman.
Mm.
Yeah, I was smart and all. Like I knew everything. Like it's easy. English is very easy to me. And like, but she used to wear those dresses with them hairy ass legs she had. Dude, she's like, I'm a feminist, so I'm gonna shave my legs.
At Miss Freeman, we got our boy Bando here. He been paying attention.
Oh,
To them hairy legs.
Dang.
No comment?
Oh
God.
what was the sundress kind of?
He said a sundress.
All right, Jonathan, I ask you a question. We'll go back to it. Let's talk
Alright,
about
cool.
let's talk about before college.
Yeah.
School before college. Well, first, before we get it, I'm sure we have a lot of bad stuff to say. So let's start with the good stuff. What are some good things about high school, middle school, general education?
Mostly
it?
high school. There's a lot of teachers. Like my class, construction. Dude, it's such a good help.
teachers, huh?
Such a good help. My teacher's a very good teacher as well. Like I wouldn't know how to build walls like this or like
Mhm.
construct anything really if it wasn't for him, Mr. Cunningham. I hope you're hearing this, but like he's a very good teacher. Very cares about his students. Not a lot of them care.
Yeah, the walls are really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things he teaches you. Like I know how to make moldings for like concrete stairs, chairs, and you can name it.
And that's the kind of teachers you want, though, because you
Yeah.
said he has his own business, right?
He also has his own jobs. He has 2 businesses, like air
Wow.
conditioning and stuff like that. He has his own things going.
Well, let me jump to college real quick. A lot of them college professors, they have no experience in their field. They just know what's by the textbook. They never had a job out there that involves, like, say, construction major,
Yeah.
whatever they call it is. I mean, well, the guy's gonna have experience, but like, I'm just giving an example. Say that guy probably never has real life work experience, and he just knows by the book.
But for the college course for that, he could send you to a college course for like you can get a sponsorship or what's it called?
Internship,
Internship,
whatnot.
yeah. And you'll get paid. They'll even pay for your housing and stuff like that to go to work.
Facts.
That's all you have to do. They'll pay for your housing and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
What you was talking about, you talking about kind of like how lawyers, you can be certified and everything, but don't mean you're a good one.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you've ever been, I'm a certified lawyer, but they never went on and take cases and whatnot.
You see a dude
Yeah.
pulling up in
You know?
skinny jeans and like a small vest.
with some
That's
Crocs.
Some Crocs, man.
That's a whole
That's
rookie.
it.
I'm
I'm
going to jail.
guilty.
Just put me in.
Take
Like, you want to learn
I'm
from
putting my
a,
hands up.
you want to learn from somebody that has already done it, right?
Facts.
That's why he could teach you and you can do a good job, because man has literally done it. A lot of teachers or professors or whatever.
Dude, that dude's so tough. Like he grabs a piece of wood and just breaks it on his stomach, like just right in front of us.
I mean, I know it's like you like with fixing cars. Like, you know how they
Yeah.
doing videos by the manual. Oh, it's this easy, do blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, things don't always go as planned.
Yeah, they
so
don't
as
go
a
always
good
go as planned.
mechanic, you gotta know how to fix it.
And then even
Get
though the
through it.
instructions say do this, maybe
Yeah.
maybe when you're turning a certain part, it has to
See,
be
like-
turned a certain pressure. They don't
Like,
always go
if
in.
you, like,
Yeah.
if you can strip a ball very easily if you keep
Mhm.
putting too much
And they
pressure.
don't teach you
Yeah.
that too.
And the good mechanics, that's when you learn. Like,
You learn, you put some WD-40 on it.
yeah.
What about you,
so-
Jonathan? What are some good things you can name from high school and below?
I mean,
I guess.
overall, I would say all the friends, man, that been there, like always, even though I may have pushed some away, but I know I regret it.
See,
So, like, all that
Alex,
support that I've been getting
Yeah,
from
like
them.
me,
Yeah.
yeah.
All the support I've been getting from
I've been
them.
there since day one, man.
Yeah, I've been there since day one. All that support, man, I should have seen that earlier. But at the same time, like, high school was just a fun experience.
Let's say about this thing about friends. Let's say middle school towards high school.
Yeah.
So many people turning their backs on you.
They turn fake when you
Definitely.
hit high school, man.
Like once you hit high school, you have the same old friends. They'll make their own groups, and then you'll be isolated by yourself, or you join another group.
I mean, if you know me in middle school to high school, I've been hanging out with Eddie, Kevin, Sensei since middle school.
See,
The Bell
My
House
friend
squad.
group hasn't changed.
I didn't have the privilege to hang out with them during that time. Only 1 year during high school
Mm-hmm.
because I'm the youngest at all.
Yeah.
And it was like, but we're still all together regardless.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. My path has been different because I actually went to different middle schools too. Because it was 7th grade.
8th grade, you moved middle school.
I
Yeah.
moved 8th grade. I went to DuPont Tyler and Hermitage, and that shit was way different. We still
Mhm.
had our group of Hispanics though it was just never the same though, because I had lost the whole core group that we
before you
built
began.
here.
The whole squad.
The whole squad since day one. But then from there, the high school I had to meet totally new people. That's actually where I met Juan Sanchez. I don't know if you remember him. Juan Sanchez.
Crap, no, I don't know.
We know our principal, Miss Sanchez.
Miss Sanchez.
Hey, let me tell you something. Bringing up Miss
Yeah,
Sanchez.
it was different.
Yeah,
It used to
bring
be
it
Miss Wall, right?
Yeah, Miss
And then
Wall.
she became Miss Sanchez. What does that tell you about your principal if she went through a divorce? What can she teach me
She hates men.
about relationships, period, if she had a divorce? Like, as an educator, that's disappointing.
Did she ever explain anything to you about relationships or
No, but I mean, like, period. If she tells you, hey, you gotta be nice to that guy or whatever, are you gonna take her word for it?
no?
Because she went through a whole ass
phase.
divorce, right?
Whole phase, whole divorce.
And she's the principal, like, she's the head honcho.
You never know, man.
No
I
wonder
don't think she
let
probably
girls
meant. I
wear-
think she just meant it from her perspective.
Right.
That's what you should do.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
not really like
No, I never
do it my way. It's just
I never talked to her, period. But I'm just saying, like, as an educator, like,
As a principal, I rarely saw her.
that too, yeah. Like, I'm just saying, coming from a student standpoint, like,
She
you know,
just
you're
picked
the
up my
leader, right?
trash.
She's
You're the leader, right? You're supposed to guide and lead your students, but you went through a whole divorce and all your students see that. And
It
then
was
she even
funny.
gets an attitude too if you call her Miss Wall.
Oh
It's like,
god,
Miss
I
Sanchez.
remember that
It
one
was
time.
funny. It was
The
funny.
first year she became Miss Sanchez, man. Somebody called her Miss Wall. I know.
Because I remember my
Oh.
freshman year, some older people, we were all on the table together. They said, "Hey, call her Miss Wall," and one of us called her Miss Wall. She's like, "What you say to me?" And I was like,
Idiot.
"Oh."
Fucking swing. And then
Nah,
they took down the wall bowl too. You remember that?
Yeah.
you can't blame anyone for calls her Miss Wall. Though.
That's fine, but as an educator, that's disappointing.
yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
you're supposed to educate yourself in relationships.
That too. They don't teach you that in high school though.
Respect for Miss Wall,
Bro,
though.
like
We should
there's
have,
so
like,
much this school never taught
We
us.
should have
man.
like a class with like
Oh, we
learning
can
emotions.
list a whole bunch of things they
We,
should have
we're
taught us.
we're gonna do a whole episode one day.
No, it's gonna be
about
right
this.
now.
Like I have
You
a
want to do this right now?
Right
Yeah,
now.
we're in the topic of school.
I would say number one would have to be anything to do with like taxes or payroll.
We do
anything
have
They don't
like
teach you
that.
about taxes.
They don't
We
teach
do.
you that.
You do?
Mr. Horton.
Orton taught you that?
I had
We never had classes like that.
I had finance. You know, it's illegal to teach you about money.
Yeah, they did
By
say
law.
that.
I'm
It is
sorry.
No, like
Nah, he
they
just-
do teach you about finances, but they don't teach you
They don't
numbers.
teach me enough.
I know.
Yeah,
They don't
they
teach you.
teach
They
you
don't know.
numbers.
They don't teach you how to
Like-
make it. They don't teach you how to throw it in stocks. They don't teach you specifics. They teach you general, like how to put it in a bank,
Yeah.
So what
how
do they
to.
teach you?
They teach you the general. They just can't touch numbers.
Sometimes
They are not allowed to touch any numbers whatsoever. So you think, because when I took that class, I was like, oh, I want to learn about money. Went in there, I didn't learn crap. I just know how to put money in a bank account and save for a rainy day.
Like he started
Yeah.
teaching us about like taxes and how to
The most thing we ever
form
did
our
in
taxes
taxes.
and how to make our taxes and what it takes to like how much we have to pay or how much we'll get back and stuff like that.
Bless you.
Oh, snap.
Thank you.
Kind of wish I had Mr. Horton but Mr. Horton by that time was
I
computer
thought-
apps teacher.
I thought we all were supposed to have Mr. Horton because
That's somebody else.
There was another
Just with
personal
attitude.
finance teacher I had.
Man.
His name was Mr. Lipscomb.
In Riverdale, we literally had a
Oh,
teacher. We
yeah,
had a
that
teacher
one.
that sat behind the computer all day, and she gave us packets.
There's a lot of
on how to
teachers that
learn,
do that.
and
A
I'm
lot of
just
teachers
like,
that do that.
How are we gonna learn from packets, bro?
I have a
Like,
African American
Right.
studies. African American studies. Like, dude, that dude only showed us a video, gave us like 3 packets to do in one short period of time, and like it's my first class in the morning. Like, you wake up at 6, man. You don't want to do all this stuff.
Who did you have?
Mr. Dr. Bright.
Oh yeah, I had Dr. Bray.
Yeah, he was a nut. Like I always came like 10 minutes after, like later before the class is over. Dude, I still passed the final exams and everything. Man,
This man would talk about reflecting on your own respect.
dude, I was like, what? I'm like, I already take social studies.
Although, if you think about, I mean, he puts a persona sort of. But if you think about it, they never speak to you like that outside of school. Like unless you go to YouTube or something.
Oh no, Mr. Cunningham, like he's straight up with you.
Well, we'll talk like, I mean, like talk like mindset wise, like motivational wise. When I was in high school, you remember this? Mr. Thorpe would play the motivational videos, and everybody make fun of him. Now that I'm older, I realize nobody's gonna talk to you like that outside of school.
So does Dr. Bright. Like
Dr. Bright too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you might shit on him for packets, but like nobody's gonna talk to you like that
Like
outside
he'll
ever.
tell you, young people, you should like learn how to use your time wisely.
Yeah.
And like for me, I'm like already a little bit more matured about my time because I want to use my time wisely. Because if you mess up one day, you have to recover the next day, and that messes up all your whole cycle.
we can go into that later too with college or whatever. But like I said, like I guess in a way, if you had Dr. Bright ever, I guess you're lucky. Or Mr. Thorpe's when he played the motivational videos.
I had him twice.
Because nobody's gonna talk to you like that ever.
Mr. Horton also like he put like motivational about Kobe, like Muhammad Ali, stuff like that.
And everybody would cringe, right? I remember it too, because I cringe or I wouldn't even pay attention. But now you looking back at it.
I paid attention to it because
I didn't
have like sometimes you have to have a little motivation in life to know what you want.
I was a sophomore when I first had Thorpe's for English too, man. At first, like I know I wasn't like, cause I was like,
I went to see him recently.
Yeah, I was barely starting. I barely started like my high school experience, so I was just like, I don't need that right now.
I had Miss Clap.
At Miss Clap, this is the second episode we shouted you out.
What?
My boy Brandon needs
Or
you.
one's uncut.
Yeah.
Oh, one's uncut. My bad. You'll see
Really?
that soon. We're gonna start a whole compilation.
Miss Clap.
Yeah.
Hey,
Then I had Thorpe's.
you can get it.
Let's go in general. What are the flaws of? Is that the term for it? General education, K through 12. What are the flaws of K through 12?
Okay, so
Let's go more in general.
Well, the first one I had said was just taxes and
Yeah.
money in general.
So
So classes they don't teach you. What else?
yeah.
So let's say like a lot of teachers aren't as straightforward with you. They'll teach by the book. They won't tell you their personal perspective, like how some teachers should,
Mm-hmm.
what they've gone through and what they should tell you, so you'll know what exactly to expect.
They're supposed to be, in my opinion, they're supposed to be more personal.
Exactly, so
More
they can
personal.
like be more involved with you in your lifestyle.
also
Yeah.
bring a
Yeah, because
connection.
that's what a teacher is called. Teach.
That's where they're supposed
They
to be.
teach us,
Supposed
not
to teach
bullshit
you about
us.
life.
Like there was a
Yeah.
fire in Bell Hollow. It didn't happen. It affected my building, but not really, because like they put it out in time. I just had these teachers like Mr. Price.
Yeah, price.
He came up to me. He said, "You're okay." I genuinely knew he meant it from the bottom of his heart.
Yes.
But like
definitely.
other teachers came up to me that I never talked to, or they never talked to me, and they asked me because on their system when they check roll, they'll tell you if something happened to the student, like if
Oh,
they had their
yeah.
house burned down or someone passes away.
Yeah, like for me, someone passed away in my family.
You're good.
Someone passed away in my family, and there was two teachers. Miss Hester, very nice lady, very.
I love
nice.
Miss Hester. I remember.
Like she was so sweet. And she's like, "Oh, honey," like she came running to me, like hugged me, and she's like, "Oh, honey, I saw you on
and
the
teachers
news."
like that, you know they care.
I was about
Facts.
to cry in her on her arms because like, dang.
But I had other teachers that say that to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine. But in my head, I'm like,
They're
you don't really mean it. You're just
Yeah.
saying it just because, you
They're
know.
not, they're not sympathetic about it. And that's what I'm noticing.
And I know there's a lot of students that you have
Like
to go through.
Coach Easley said, "I don't give a fuck about none of y'all in here." And I was like, "Damn!" Like first day.
Fine by me. Shoot.
Shoot, you know what? Let me
I
quit
mean-
your class.
I mean, what is he though, coach?
He's not a coach or nothing, but we call him Coach Easley.
Then what does he do?
He teaches math like a bitch.
He's your math coach.
Why is there always like
Your
coaches
math
that are math teachers too?
Man, they suck at it too, cause dude,
Oh,
I
yeah.
never got a good A on that test. I remember sophomore year, dude, I got straight A's on that shit. But then I got to my shit.
Bro, I actually experienced at my at Riverdale too. One of our teachers had, I guess, gotten sick and he had to cover for her, but they had what are those student teachers that come in?
Substitutes?
No, student teachers that like they're teachers. They're
Oh,
gonna
we had a
become
couple of
teachers.
those. They were bad.
Yeah, they were
But
not
they
good at
they
all.
learn from the actual teacher that like when they're
We
doing
had
the
one.
whole thing.
Well, he wasn't a
That's
student.
basically
He
just
was
a
an
sub.
actual teacher.
We had
Remember Profe
yeah.
Moore?
Oh my god.
You guys gotta learn how to stop building walls.
You gotta
Start
build
bu-
bridges.
Stop building barriers
bridges.
and build bridges.
Bridges.
To success.
Yeah. Always
Yeah,
that
nah.
motivational sequence.
We had an
every
Asian
day.
lady. She was nice. Don't get me wrong. She was cool, but she had a
Is she-
obvious language
Is she Miss
barrier.
Clap?
No, I didn't
Miss
clap.
Clap was actually Caucasian.
Did I say Asian
Still
Caucasian lady? No.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, she could we cannot understand her, bro. Her
Uh,
language barrier was so bad.
Yeah.
How'd she even get
We
that
would
job?
complain to the principal, and
Yeah,
the
like,
principals wouldn't care. They just like you gotta do it by her.
have
And I'm
Mr.
like,
Apeniki. We had a substitute named Mr. Apeniki.
Mr. Orama.
Oh,
Remember Mr.
Rama,
Orama?
yeah.
This is a Nigerian dude.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
Everybody
god.
used
You
to
remember?
sit down,
too.
You remember? Oh, this is Nigerian. Nobody understood what he said. Dude.
Like he had the strong accent, strong.
That
he might
man.
have. Maybe
Props
there's
to the
something
guy.
wrong with him. The way he acts is weird.
Props to the guy, but man, if you're gonna take a role,
Like,
please.
there's-
Everybody made fun of him. Or everybody would come up, hey, what's up, Mr. Orama? And they just mess with him or whatever. You know.
But
He
there's
became an
also other
assistant
good
teacher.
teachers. Like I know me and Alex had Miss Gill, our Spanish teacher. Very sweet lady.
And you go back and visit too.
I think
Yeah,
we
some
all
teachers
seen
don't
those
care.
cool subs, like those. A lot of old people, like old subs, they be pretty cool
Mhm.
sometimes.
Like some of them like
Yeah.
actually relate to you. Like they'll tell you how they did in high school and stuff like that.
But yeah, that's one of the benefits of school. Cause I grew up, I don't have I didn't grow up with any father figures. So like with teachers, like I have some really good teachers that were there. So that's the benefit to it. But at the same time, you had some really bad teachers or like some really bad students. That's another flaw. Like you don't get to pick your classmates.
Like that's the worst part because like sometimes you trying to go learn and stuff, and then just that big ass group, big ass group out of nowhere just start talking loud as hell, like the hot Cheeto girl or the dude that
fuck you, hot Cheeto girl.
Or the girl,
fuck you, nobody likes you.
Or the dude that comes straight out of gym class asking for some water. Hey, bro, let me get a sip of your water.
Or that one dude always wearing indoors.
You got some spray?
Soccer game.
But yeah, like for real, you're like, because you're not, let's be honest here, you're not raised by your parents. You're in school most of the time. You're raised by your environment.
By your influences.
Unless you're homeschool, you are raised by the people around. Your parents are there for you, but they don't raise you majority.
If you had a Hispanic family, they taught you respect because, you know, if you didn't respect, you get your ass whooped.
That's not always true. I always thought that too. I've seen some dudes.
That's what I do. Like, if I disrespect my teacher, I'm like, I feel so bad because I remember I caught a class on fire one time. And I had to go hug.
Because they'll be. Oh, that got on a serious note.
I caught a class on fire, and like and then like a year later, she quit the job.
Oh,
I feel bad, but it wasn't all my fault because they used to bully the teacher like so bad.
How'd you catch on fire?
Don't worry about it.
What?
You got a whole lighter.
Look, listen, we're doing a fire experiment. What do you expect in a bad class? Like someone threw acetone on the floor, and I was just like.
Learn some chemistry.
Whoops.
Candle fell. All you see is boom. And all you see me is trying to kick it out and just keep going.
Learn some chemistry.
It was funny because the teacher threw a box of crayons at it and they didn't even go
Really?
away.
Seriously? Oh my.
I'm like, why would you throw a box of crayons?
She didn't care about you, bro. She did that. She like, I'm gonna try to send with crayons.
Like the whole class was there. That was funny. If I can find the video, I'll send it. But like, dude, it was so funny. But I felt so bad the next day. I had to go hug her because like I like.
Not see that.
It just hurt.
Yeah.
It just hurt.
Is this Miss Clapp?
Oh no, this is
that was
this is a science teacher. I forgot her name. It's Doctor something.
Don't worry about it.
Man, I ain't never got to dissect a frog in science. I'm like, bro, I know y'all school systems get so much money, but y'all just BSing, bro.
All right, let me ask Jonathan. Jonathan, get to talk. Did you learn in high school or K through 12?
K through 12.
Did you actually learn? Like, how much of that information did you retain?
I would have retained like from K to like roughly like 10th grade. Cause like, you know, sometimes there'd be some information where you want to keep in your brain, and there's like other information where like, you know, it's irrelevant. For example, who's gonna like learn the distance formula, bro? Who's gonna use that in the real world?
Actually, mx plus b equals mc squared divided by the root equilum. I'm sorry.
That's the Einstein equation. Hold on. No, but yeah, one of the flaws I found out about those schools, like if you're gonna keep us in school, please at least have decent lunch for us, man.
That too. Decent lunch.
Man, dude. You know how many times I had to leave school to get food? Like it was like we're not supposed to leave school, but dude.
At Michelle Obama, why?
Yeah, why?
Dude, I used to have
get it,
wings.
but like, come on, man.
Sweet potato.
You're gonna get fat no matter what.
Exactly, let us
outside of
that.
school. Outside of school, man.
Like,
you can't stop the parents.
One of us will be like, "Damn, I'm too fat, bro. I gotta go to the gym."
What is this? Sweet potato.
I ain't never get to experience high school wings. I took them away.
High school started giving wings like a couple years ago.
Yeah, ever since Trump.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Go Trump.
I mean, the sweet potato fries are good.
I mean, yeah, something. I mean,
if you like something healthy, Pookie, I'm sorry, but like sweet potatoes and fries are good. Just put some ketchup on.
They didn't have sweet potatoes up there.
No offense taken, but I mean.
Let me ask Jonathan again. You were an A+ student. Are A+ students intelligent? So kids that get A's, B's, honor roll. Let Jonathan go ahead first. Hold up. Jonathan, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to protest on that stereotype.
Yes or no?
No.
Explain.
Okay, so look, you may have somebody that may get A, like A pluses, A's, B's, like A's, B's, honor rolls, principals list students.
I also suck up.
Shoot, that includes me.
Teacher's pet.
But I mean, just because like you know the material doesn't make you like smart, like out of the box. If we're talking out of the box, because like I mean, if you're getting A pluses basically on what they're forcing you to learn, and if you're not learning anything individually to like increase your creativity, then how does that make you an A plus?
It is proven that those students that have all A's and whatnot because they gotta learn the material. A+ students are students that are good at memorization and good at taking tests.
Yeah.
That's all. They're not smarter. Like on the street, there's but like A+ students like that, proven for a fact, they have short-term memory because they gotta learn the information, forget whatever they learned, so they can learn the new information.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That includes me.
Let me tell you this about like smart people. So I had 2 valedictorians I worked with, and I work at McDonald's.
Wow.
2 valedictorians, the
Work at
ones that were
McDonald's.
supposed to go to college and be somebody. Those was flipping burgers, man.
Dang.
Those was flipping burgers, putting fries in a basket.
And guess what? They jacked up, right? They probably jacked up, messed up on their job or whatever,
Well,
right?
One of them was homosexual. Well, both of them were homosexuals,
Oh.
actually.
Oh,
But like they were very nice. Like
More
they were very
sense,
nice and kind people. Nothing wrong against them, but like dudes would tell me there's no point being a valedictorian because I'm still doing McDonald's. They're managers now, but they're doing McDonald's, they're only getting like maybe like 15 because they're managers.
They intend to go to college.
They're going to Hamburger University.
hamburger.
They're trying to own a
universe.
franchise.
It's not all about franchise.
Now
only.
they-
Yeah,
I know what it is.
I thought you go there to like have a
Yeah,
franchise.
to own a franchise.
you'll learn about it, but you can't own one unless you got enough money for
And
it.
teachers make fun of you too. They're like, if you don't go to college, you're gonna end up.
And
working
I want to tell you this: most people that work at McDonald's get more money than teachers nowadays.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Yeah.
freaking Walmart. Like the managers, they be making more than WNBA players.
WNBA.
I feel
Women's National Basketball
Oh my God,
Association.
dude.
Bruh.
There's a
No
thing?
way.
That's a thing.
They-
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Women's basketball.
Yeah,
Oh.
they don't get paid shit. They only get paid like a lot of them get paid what 10 G's a year,
That's the
Off
problem with
track
this.
real quick.
Yeah.
maybe 20 G's.
That's the problem. With
I
discrimination.
respect female athletes, but don't expect to get paid just as much as men because
Your viewers.
your viewers
yeah.
too. It's all about the viewers. It's not
Viewership.
about your skill. They don't pay you less because of your skill. They pay you less because of viewership.
You can,
Understand
like,
that.
You can
Please,
get like a
yes.
contract signed because of your skill and get like enough money as you want, but like it just depends on how many views you get on the broadcast or what people are
Mhm.
watching.
Facts.
Like,
All
also-
right. Oh, you got something?
Go ahead.
I got something.
I'm about to cut off. You gonna get something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask something to all the female athletes out there, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. And at the end of the day, it's not y'all's fault.
Mr. Sim.
I mean, you gotta Yeah, he is a simp. You gotta understand. Me going into that industry, I already gotta know.
You're
You
a
can't
woman?
be clueless to the fact that they don't make a lot of money. You should already know.
you're a woman.
Hold on,
you
can
go
we
into
can we
the industry?
backtrack
You
on what you
should
said?
already
You
know.
said
Huh?
You
said
said
he-
you're going into the industry of
he's
women.
like going
Not-
into the industry.
If I was a woman, if I was a woman and I wanted to become a WNBA player, I should already know that female basketball players don't make that much and be perfectly fine with it.
Yeah.
You can't go into it and be like, why aren't they paying that much? You should already know.
I definitely
You
get
can't
that.
complain because you already know.
Same with women's soccer. Like, there's a lot. There's good. There's very good.
And you guys are respected, but if you don't get paid as much, that's not y'all fault. That's because people don't watch it.
I'm
People
sorry, but I can't get as hyped from y'all's game than like watching Ronaldo against Messi or like Neymar crossing some dude off half field.
I was about to say that about basketball with female and male players. I mean, with the male players, you get to see her. You see deep 3-pointers. You see dunks on people. You know, you see the physicality. You know, they got to get through buff ass dudes and stuff. Like, you know, like you got
And then
dunk
girls
over
is-
7-foot tall dudes. You know,
Hey, man, that's
with girls, I be seeing them watch the
Right.
games, but they hit just like
They don't
skilled shots, but they're nothing
nothing
out of
compared
the
to what
ordinary.
male do.
You know, yeah.
All right, let's go back on
So,
track real quick.
yeah,
Last
basically,
thing
yeah.
about K through 12. Standardized testing.
Oh.
So they make teachers have, and they have to do this. They don't have a choice. They have to go by the book somewhat. They have a lesson plan. They have a structure like Metro says you got to learn. Students got to learn this test, and then ACT should have this, even though ACT might not have it. What do you feel about it?
Oh.
Teaching by the test? That's the term for it. Teaching by the test.
So I'll tell you this now: teaching by the test is like nowhere near is right because like we'll learn one thing and then there'll be a whole different thing on the dang test, and we're just like, this was on the what we learned, and like it's just the teachers wouldn't blame themselves. They'd be like, oh, it's what the test gave us. It's what the people gave us to give y'all. And like,
And that's not really the students' fault. It's
our
not really
fault or
learning.
teachers' fault.
Learning is learning. You actually take the information, absorb it, build a connection with it. What they're doing, what schools are doing, they're shoving it down your throat.
Mhm.
You have to
They're
learn it.
forcing you.
You
Yeah.
have to. I don't care about covalent
I
bonds.
don't like being forced, so please.
I don't
stop.
care about algebra.
Ionic.
Like
and
I'll tell you this
covalent,
now, there's a lot of
yeah.
teachers that say we're all the way behind on what we're supposed to be learning.
Bro,
That's their
every
fault.
class.
That's
I'm
their
like,
fault.
Come on, man, it's not my fault.
That's their fault.
We
We're
don't
trying
get
to,
it. We
That's
don't
their
get it,
fault,
man.
we're trying to be
Because
caught up.
students learn at their own pace. That's another thing too. You can't force students to learn. Everybody learns differently. This is why homeschool students are, effective. Like they actually learn their crap because they take the time, right?
Yeah.
Versus schools got to teach everybody. They got to learn it within a week. Maybe I can't learn algebra in a week. Maybe it might take me 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So this is what my math teacher did. We had 2 days to learn it and then test the next day. 2 days to learn one thing, test the next day.
I don't like those kinds of teachers.
Like that was Coach Easley, yeah.
Anything you guys say, Jonathan? Since you were a plus student, sort of.
Well, I
How do you
mean,
feel about
I just gotta say, high school and college are like two different experiences.
How much did you have to suck up to get straight A's?
It was all in the brain, man.
Well,
Just
last
memorizing all that
thing-
stuff.
Last thing about K through 12 too. I bust my butt off, and I'll name some people after the podcast. I bust my butt off, stressed out through the whole 4 years of high school. You got that one dude that does dog crap.
Oh my god.
End of the year,
no.
like, hey, you don't have enough credits. If you do this, this, and this, you can get some credits and pass high school.
I know that's why I gave up like my junior year.
Like, that's cap, dude. And every kid that busts their butt off, and you're just giving these kids a free pass.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, like dude, I started doing so good freshman year, sophomore year because they said that's my 2 most important years. But then my junior year came, I was like, dude, I can just take credit recovery and I'll be straight.
Exactly. And they want you to pass, too, so,
They
you're
want
gonna
us
have
out
it.
of there.
Yeah,
You're
they
gonna
just
have
want
it
y'all
no
out.
matter. Yeah, they want you out of there. They don't want to see y'all
They
again.
wanna see us winning.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I feel like that attendance bullshit.
Oh
Oh,
my-
bro, I still feel
no.
like that was so biased.
Completely. Dude.
I missed 5 days unexcused. They were sending me letters to my house saying that they're gonna take
Bro,
us
I'll
to
tell you
court.
this,
These
bro.
people skip
Like,
every single day.
I'll tell you
White
this,
people
I
that
skipped
skip,
first
bro.
period almost
Man.
every day for like 4 months, dude. And compared to like other kids, mine was just pretty small for what I did.
What did you do?
I just like skip like first period, or I would just go like for 1 class a day.
Well, how many times a day though? Like
Hey,
how
for
many?
3,
Man,
4,
you better
6
hope your
months.
teachers aren't listening.
Oh, but they know they check our attendance regardless.
Yeah.
See, you do that. I only missed 5 days.
But I still got the
Unexcused,
thing. I
and
still
they
got
was
the
trying
card
to.
sent. I still got the card sent like twice, and you see me not in court.
True and
Y'all be
right,
capping
yeah.
about it,
Right.
man.
I feel like dude be
Watch
just
your
trying to
wires.
scare you.
Shout out
Whoever
to
is that?
Thorpes and Price though, for real.
I feel like that is they just be trying to scare people out
They
here.
just be trying to scare you, like your family, so they will force you to go to school. I mean, dude, like half the things they taught me, I learned on my own already on the street knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after high
you
school,
know.
I mean, I learned how to take care of my car.
See, I had to teach him how to take out his O2 sensor because
you
it
didn't
wasn't working.
teach me that in high school. Shoot. What else?
He was gonna take out the wrong one.
I
too.
don't need covalent bonds. I don't need
MX plus B equals MC squared over
Right.
9.
I think we can transition to college. Those classes should be chosen, right?
Yeah.
Those classes should be chosen. If I'm trying to become a science major or whatever, give me the option to pick that class instead of throwing somebody that's not gonna get, because those people will learn, right? Because they want to
Yeah.
learn. Instead of me who gives nothing, don't give a crap about covalent bonds or whatever, instead of forcing me to learn that crap because it's part of the curriculum.
Yeah. Like all the math you'll need to learn is in construction. That's what I did.
Pretty
all
much.
the math I learned was through measurements and stuff like that. That's all you need to learn. Multiplication, adding, subtracting.
No
division.
Y equals MX plus B.
Like, dude,
What
I
is that?
haven't used that in construction at any point, not even to build these walls. Like, all I had to know was use a leveler, and then that's about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just there's things.
Before we go into college, Jonathan,
Yeah.
since we haven't been to college,
What's
tell
your
us
college experience?
Tell us college. What is college? Tell us
All right.
what's it like. Go in detail.
Who-
Alright, so
how are
see-
the people there?
I mean,
How are the people? What's it like? Classes, whatever.
all right. So I go to MTSU, right? And I mean, all the people like you encounter, they're all friendly and whatnot. You make friends very easily. You have interaction one on one with the professors, also with your classmates if you're doing school projects. But I mean, it's a really big campus, so I mean, there's really a lot to do there.
Yeah.
But overall, I would say if you're gonna pick classes, just make sure you go to ratemyprofessor.com. Link is in the description, people.
You get to pick your professor.
Yeah, we get to pick.
Really?
There's
Well,
like
that makes sense then, because I wish we had that high school,
high
man.
school.
Where you get to pick
True.
your
Because
teachers.
I remember, like, you'd be like talking to your teacher next year, be like, "Hey, please choose me for your class," and they'd be like, "I can't choose you, sweetie. I'm sorry."
No, see, let me explain.
Well,
how
if we
the
got to
process
choose
works.
our, I'm sorry.
No,
If
you're
we
good.
got to pick our teachers, he said rate my professor. I already know what probably is. You rate your professor, and then people look
You'll
at it and
find
be like,
out what their things are.
how good of a
Yeah.
professor or whatever they are. Yeah.
Let's say you're taking well, in college they give you the basic production class. So they'll have that specific section, but like at different certain times with like different teachers. So basically, you could just figure out on ratemyprofessor.com to see who's like more reliable and all that. That's
That's cool.
If they have that, shouldn't the administrators be looking at that too? Be
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy has 1 star. Let me kick his butt out of campus.
I don't know, honestly.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
just
know.
a student thing. Maybe.
Maybe it's just, is it a student thing or does MTSU encourage it?
I mean, everybody. It's like student person, like student
Personal
stuff.
student.
Is that
thing.
just something like
That
one
students
student will
made?
pass on to another student just for them?
Just be like, so
Yeah.
they could like, hey, on the low, this teacher does this, or professor.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I don't think a lot of campuses have that though.
Yeah, that's
or
good
a
because like
community, yeah.
imagine like you're going into a classroom where a professor like looks at you weird or treats you weird because of how you look or stuff like that.
It works for any college actually.
Any college
It's like
probably.
a general. It's a general
Well,
website.
you gotta have a lot of people use it, right?
Yeah.
Of
For
course,
that
of
to work,
course.
yeah.
It's mostly students who use it, but I don't know who's the creator behind it. But thank
Watch
you.
it be a principal or something.
Oh,
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories. It's actually made by a teacher. Any other pros you can name before we get into all the cons?
I mean,
We'll debate over it.
yeah, you get like a variety to choose from what you want to major in. The only downfall in college is if you go straight forward,
Straight
you gotta
to the
take.
cons.
If you go straight forward into college, they're gonna make you take some general education courses
I
again.
figured.
You told me one time that you had astronomy class, and I was like, what does that have to do with cameras?
That's exactly my point. Like they'll make you take some BS
You have
classes.
to find the angle of the star to take a picture of it.
Boy.
The moon only shines brighter at this time.
That's an astronomy.
Yeah,
Major.
they'll like make you take these BS classes just so when you're like done with those, you can like advance.
It's
into,
just
like, what you
classes
really wanna
that
major.
take up your time.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why, because they gotta sell textbooks.
facts.
College is a business at the end of the day. Every college is a for-profit
But
college.
then there's the kids that are actually smart and download the textbooks instead of like paying for them.
That too, but
Yeah.
they're trying to like them teachers need to be employed. That's why they force students to and then textbooks and materials and whatnot. It's all a business. You know, they don't really need them classes, but
Right.
they
But
force
didn't
it.
Trump like just
Curriculum.
pass a law or something about saying you don't need to get like a college degree to be at this like certain degree of a person?
Yeah, that's
I never heard about that.
That's the issue I have because some people think when you go to college, you become like a lot successful than other persons. It's like discriminating what.
Go into
they
that.
don't do
Go
that.
into that.
Okay, so basically, people just discriminate in general that if you go to college, you'll become more successful than someone who doesn't go to
It's supposed to
college.
be a big shot.
Yeah, like big money baller, and you see them working at McDonald's, you see them working on Pizza Hut, delivery boys, all that. Sometimes you just go to college to pass the time.
Yeah, because a lot of them like
Find new people.
this is the flaw of high school too. Throughout all of high school, they don't teach you. They only show you one path, which is you have to go to college to be successful.
They don't even
What if
True.
I don't go to college? What if I
True.
can't go to college? Now what do I do?
Right, you
Then
can
I guess you're screwed.
You can
Like,
still
they
be.
don't even
That's
teach
how
you
they
how
make
to
you seem,
interact with
yeah.
people or interact with a boss man or
Yeah,
something.
I
like
never learned any of that. I learned that from
Not
family.
even interviews or nothing.
Interviews?
Like,
Like, how to talk to
that.
somebody?
I have one teacher that taught me that, like Mr. Cunningham. Again, dude told me how to give a firm handshake, look straight into the eyes.
That too. I had to learn that from one teacher. That wasn't even curriculum. That was just
Yeah,
like
like,
teaching
mine
us.
that was just on the
Construction
side
teaching me
type
that.
stuff.
And then it's just the way it is. But a lot of teenagers, they have kids early. Why don't we have some sort of parental class?
Like,
You know,
my teacher even told me
something
sit
like
up
that.
straight and stuff like that.
lifetime wellness.
Lifetime one. I mean,
barely
that's
helped.
Man,
It
Coach
did
Ferris just
help,
gave me a
yeah.
textbook about it.
well, it depends on the teacher. I had
Yeah.
to mention. Really good.
I had roads.
But I feel
Chill.
I feel like all this college stuff is just to build up your profile.
I know, dude.
I
Like,
feel like that's all it is.
it's
'cause-
just
Not
to make a
you're
person
not.
look
I'm
good.
sorry. You're not guaranteed a job either.
Yeah.
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's just there to basically look good. Now I'm not hating on
Yeah.
anybody who's like encouraging to go to college. Like
That's
I'm
true.
the first in my family to go to college. Like that's my motivation.
Do you feel like that was forced upon you, or is something you wanted?
Yeah, I would say
Like kind
50.
of like I'm sorry again.
Go ahead.
Like Brandon, your mom wants you to go to college, right? Was it like that?
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
But
for
you
me,
wanted to go,
Yeah,
right?
it was like a 50-50 for me.
For me, it's like 50-50 because I want to make my mom proud in some way, but I also don't want to go to college because then me and her will be in debt. Because I know I won't be paid. My mom doesn't want me paid by myself, but she'll take the responsibility too.
And the only thing teachers say out of that is
Get a scholarship. Scholarship helps.
Scholarship
They don't
won't
tell
pay
you
for it.
how to get them because each scholarship
And they
has
won't
their
tell you
own
how much they're
bullshit.
Right.
paying of it. They can just pay a certain percent of it. And then,
$1,000. Next thing you know.
Like,
an
what about
essay.
the rest of it? How do I
Yeah.
pay it off?
and then you have to get a loan from the bank, and then you have to.
Like
pay
I
the
said, they
bank
don't
off.
teach you how to. They don't teach you how to make money, take care of money, whatever.
Yeah, I'm glad I've never taken any loans.
You shouldn't.
You should
because you're taking 2 free years off MTSU. So what's after then? Are you dealing with that?
I mean, basically,
drop out?
I mean,
You're saving right now, or
I'm still in good standing. Basically, it depends on what you get,
uh-huh.
like your GPA and all that. Because there's a certain GPA level where you lose your hope, and Tennessee lottery and the Tennessee,
I see
all that.
everybody with hope. So it's
Yeah.
was it like 2.5,
2.8?
2.8?
Yeah,
I
it's
see
2
everybody
point-
with that.
It's a
man.
2.75.
I see everybody with that.
There's
hope
like a
solid.
2 point something. That's it.
It should be higher.
It shouldn't even be. That's not even hard. Like it's not even hard to get a 2.
It should be higher, man. In
Like-
my opinion.
Like for the my image of a person I am, like I'm people like there's teachers that like look at me a certain way and don't expect this kind of work from me, and then I get like I have a 3.1 GPA. Like, dude, it's not.
Good.
It's
Just
not that hard.
Prove them wrong.
So go back into it again. Why does college? What about go specific? Why can't you be successful after going to? I mean, that's what they teach you in school. How
Yeah.
come? How come it's not that way?
I mean, that basically also depends on the person, you know? Like, if you're actually going to college and actually doing, like, what you really want to do, go to internships and all that stuff, just
You're
to gain
solid.
the experience.
That's what I tell people too, because they look for experience. They don't look at your college degree. They
Yeah.
look for
Like,
experience.
I'll tell you this about nurses and doctors. There's a lot of people that give up after like the first 2 years because like they don't want to handle the 6 to 8 years they had to go. Like I have an aunt that was nurse, and she gave up because she couldn't handle the stress and anxiety. Because like when you're a nurse, you have to handle like blood work, like looking at patients dying or like things like that.
Bro, now that you say that, I've heard a lot of stuff that doctors say that the nurses are the real doctors because they gotta handle everything, and then
Because
the doctors just there to verify.
They
it.
clean it up. The nurses clean everything up
Mhm.
after they're done.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like they have to look at the bodies of people that are
Nurses
dying.
be walking everywhere too. They gotta have some strong legs to be
Of course.
up and down everywhere.
But
like
you said
that.
she went into it and she quit. Here's a high school doesn't teach you this too. They don't teach you how to think ahead.
Yep.
Get what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah.
tell you to go to college. You're just winging it. Like you're not winging it, but like you're winging it. Like they don't teach you. They don't because a lot of like you remember Miss Campbell, Spanish teacher.
Yeah.
She went in there. She was a bad teacher, but I don't blame her. And then she realized it wasn't for her, and then quit teaching. Period. I think.
Right.
How many years did you have to go through? How much debt you had to pay through? Loans and whatnot, teaching degree, go
Yeah.
through all that, and then at the end of the path realize it's not for you.
Yeah, right.
Like there's some teachers that go for their masters or doctors and like they're
Which is fine, they want it, but like a
they
lot
want
of
it,
them.
but like all that debt you're building up, dude, you're gonna be paying it off, and then your children are gonna be paying it off.
Yeah.
And then nurses and
right.
doctors, like they'll realize after they're done with school, this is not for me, and then they have a
And I'll
whole
tell you this about
identity
doctors,
crisis.
doctors and nurses, they rarely get their jobs right after because they don't have as much experience as just by watching. And like I don't know this, but like I have like relatives that have been through it, and like some people don't get their jobs right away because of how they went through college.
I heard a lot of hospitals have a thing that kind of looks like a big business meeting system, like a big table of other doctors and like people who give money to the hospital. And I heard they actually have to choose whichever doctor they want to hire.
Oh my.
which is fine.
So it's
Which
not
is
like
fine.
everybody gets a chance
'Cause,
to
like,
go up. You know,
yeah,
you gotta get
Hiring
selected.
a doctor to save somebody's life, not just to
That's
like,
your
go
life,
on off a
though.
whim.
That has to do
Yep.
with profile too, though. So what if there's
Yeah,
a good
that too.
doctor, but he doesn't have a good profile?
Yeah.
You know they go to
'Cause
jail.
he didn't
they mess
build
up
it
in the
high
surgery.
enough.
But you don't blame them for not picking that guy, right?
Of course not.
Because
I
there's some
mean,
doctors that.
But
mess
not
up on
every doctor
purpose.
has the same
You know what I mean?
opportunity, though. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like
So
in
it
the dentist
varies in
industry, there's like
situations.
some. They're like in the dentist industry. There's like some dentists that like steal people's teeth for no reason, just to sell. That's what I.
I
Or
wish
over.
my fucking dentist would try some shit like that.
Damn, my tooth gone. Where'd it go?
Nah, fam, my nose right here.
And they be like, "Oh, we had to take it out. It was rotting." Nah, man, that didn't hurt when I was eating.
Yeah.
So we talked about doctors, right?
Yeah.
Jonathan and MTSU. What are some ridiculous majors people are in it? Like straight up, that is not a practical major, but they're in it. Cause like I said, some of these majors are a scam.
There's
You
one.
name some.
There's one specific area where
Video production.
Video production. In some way, you gotta
Yeah.
learn. Some way you gotta learn. I mean, I'm doing the basics, but like movie
there's a split in
directors,
that, yeah.
there's more techniques that I don't know.
I mean, there's a split. Like, you could choose either the editing and filmmaking like pathway, or you can go into the live production path. So there's like a split of division once you get like the basics done.
I think editing is more important than video production.
Both too, because like you mess up on the shot, that's it.
Yeah.
Like you give that to editing team, and like because sometimes I mess up a shot and I get pissed at myself afterward because editing takes place way after,
Right.
and you
Shout
can't
out to our
exactly
editor Alex.
you can't exactly redo the shot. So you got to get it right the first time. So both are just as equally important.
Very hardworking, works the 9 to 5, then goes
Yeah.
production.
But
then-
both are just equally.
Ladies, he's out here. Come get him.
We call him the King Cobra for a reason.
Yeah.
He's single too, man. Y'all better.
But I'll name
step y'all's
another.
games up.
I'll name another rip off. In my opinion, art major.
Oh,
man.
God.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
I mean,
Art major.
depends on you go into art design to become like somebody that's making video games and stuff like that, or you just go into draw Mickey Mouse on the clipboard.
All right, let's say drawing, painting.
That's
I mean,
a major,
I don't even
unfortunately.
have to go to college to learn how to paint. Like, dude,
You can't go to college for that. That's something you teach
You're
yourself.
supposed to hold the brush like this to with like
You
this.
can't learn. That's something you gotta learn yourself.
Draw me a circle on a piece of paper. Like, boy.
That's something you gotta.
Like, there's even
Oh,
tricks to
man.
do a circle. Like, you grab a stem. Yeah.
Many people out there are going into college for music production. You don't need to go to college for music production. You have to play with the software yourself, and then go out there and
Learn
build
your own
up.
frequencies.
First build a profile,
Right.
and then get your name out there and be like, hey, I've also shown like a YouTube or something. Be like, hey, I made this song. Maybe you'll consider hiring me. I haven't been to
Like,
college.
isn't your brother
but here are
doing
the
it,
songs.
some kind of thing?
He's
like
doing
that?
it too. But
Wow.
like I said, they're looking for experience.
Yeah.
They don't give a crap if you have a college degree in music or
Right.
art or whatever.
They wanna
If you've
see
never
who
done
you
it,
have worked for.
if you've never done it before, it does not matter.
Man,
at
you
the
work
end
for
of the day.
Drake, you hire right away.
You work for Drake, yeah.
Definitely.
It's all about
Champagne
connections.
Poppy.
They don't teach you about connections either. That's another thing. Like that's why jobs aren't guaranteed after college because they don't give you any connections.
Yeah.
You gotta know people or you gotta find them yourself too.
Like with us, we have a lot of connections between us. Like I have friends working on Riley's. I get like discounts, or I have Alex, help me with things I need. Then
Like steal that phone charger that don't work no more.
it does work. It was I told you, bro. it
Get
was
your
the
new
box.
charger, boy.
It was the box. Listen, bro, it was the box. But then since I hook them up with McChickens, not just playing.
Hook them up with me chickens.
I know my street knowledge in cars and stuff, so I help them with
Nice.
that once they need it. It's very
That's good benefits, man.
Anything else you want to say? Tribute, Jonathan.
I mean, just the benefit of having a connection is basically all you need.
a
just
good
for-
friend
Yeah,
connection.
that's true. I've seen a lot of successful people out here. They have a lot of connections out here. Just like wherever you need them.
Like they be whipping out their phones, be like, let me call this dude first so we can get this running.
And here's another thing, dude. Some jobs they hire from connection.
Right.
Like they have a whole portfolio full of,
They're like, I heard from this person about you. And
yeah, like they
Yeah.
have, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people apply for jobs every single day. There's like, this guy went to Harvard, this guy went to yada yada, this guy went to Duke. Da, da, da. They have a hard time deciding, right? But then if they have a trusted colleague that says, hey, I know that guy's really good. You're gonna hire that guy because that guy knows how that guy's like versus reading it on the paper, right? Because you can't determine a person's character
That's a
based
fact.
on their
like
college
on
degree.
Yeah.
resumes that they give you an option for your like last employer to call and stuff like that. Like what
They will
college you
call
went
your
to.
last employer.
Yeah.
Like if you went to Hogwarts or some crap like that.
What about with construction? Ain't that how it works too? Like you get recommendations based off other
Yeah, it's
people's
like,
jobs
hey,
and
he
stuff?
was hardworking. He never gave up during the job. He didn't even take a break.
Like I said, you can't write experience down on a sheet of paper.
Uh-uh.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta
Because
prove
you can lay your teeth and everything about it, lie through your teeth about it, and just like then you show up to the job. How you drill this hole into here? It's like you can't make things up like that.
Yeah, in education.
Yeah, they'll bust you for that.
college and high school, they don't teach you about connections. That's something you have to go out
Mhm.
find for yourself, or they don't even give you a pathway to find connections. It's just like go out there and do it. They say they teach about the real world, but like,
Heck no.
Nah.
but they make fun of you for working at McDonald's or something.
And they be the teachers that go there too that be saying
Yeah,
that.
that be eating too. Like, hey, I thought they be eating
Nah,
McDonald's
just for
or
that.
Hell yeah.
Fancy
McChicken
restaurant, man.
extra
It
sauce
be
on
the
there.
teachers
for
that be
you.
hating about you saying, "Oh, you got this 9 to 5 job while I'm making 6 figures." Man, you ain't making 6 figures while you working as a teacher, man.
And that's another thing too. Like if you don't go back to this again, if you don't go to college, you won't be successful. You're gonna work at Walmart, McDonald's,
Man, I'll tell
Kroger,
you
whatever.
this now. So many Hispanics out here working construction, like from 5 or 4 in the morning to like 7. They build their own houses, have their own pools, like 3-story houses. Dudes are very successful nowadays.
Success is defined differently, and you can't judge. Some teachers judge, or professors, they judge their students that aren't. They'll look down on them. You know what I mean, for having a bad grade or whatnot. You know.
And like, listen, we're younger than these professors and stuff, and that's what they don't know. And some of us that are younger than them, they're driving Toyota Camrys like 19, and then we're driving like 2020, and they some of them say,
yeah, you're
they're
telling me.
parents.
You're telling me I won't be successful. You're out here driving a jacked up Honda Civic. How are you gonna tell me I'm not gonna be successful?
You're still driving a 20
or whatever, right?
car.
Like I said, you gotta listen. You gotta watch who you take your advice from.
That just depends on your own person. If you know what you can do and what you can prove, you'll do it. But if you think what others think about you, it's practically what you think about yourself. But then
you just gotta have the encouragement.
And just not give like a shit about what other people say. Just go for what you want.
All right, we're gonna wrap up here. Anything else you want to say, John? Any shout outs?
I would say shout out to all these fellas for bringing me here today, though.
Hey.
And shout out to all the others that couldn't make it to the Shlumpedcast but are in it. Shout out to those guys for putting in the effort.
Well, we love to
shout out to my
here.
family.
Sorry.
Shout out to your family.
Yeah. We love to have you here another day with us. Have another one.
Facts.
I hear everybody say it. I would love to have him back here too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he's
a very nice guy.
We got some interesting people coming up along the way. Yep. First, we got to fix this AC issue, though. I mean, it's not as hot now.
We can't even fix it because we don't have AC, but we'll have to buy one. So
we can check. We can check who be seeing our videos too, so we'll know who the cappers are out there. So don't lie to us.
Yeah,
we'll
don't
find
lie to
out.
me. I'll find out.
Don't bullshit us.
All these Forex people, please stop DMing me about these seminars, man. You got I know y'all want me to be interested, but if I'm not, I'm just trying to earn my money the right way as well. You know.
I feel you.
I mean, nothing wrong with them. Good for you for doing that, but it's
our own choice.
Like some of them out there respectful. They'll be like, okay,
very.
you don't want to do this with me.
Very.
That's perfectly fine with me.
I
respect your decision, right? Some of them, they'll be like, you're gonna be a failure in life because you're not doing it.
Yeah. They'll be like, what you doing right now? You just working 9 to 5.
Like that's bullcrap.
They try to peer pressure you.
Exactly, that's bullcrap, man.
I ain't falling for that.
Right now, most of them are still working jobs while they're doing stocks.
That too, I guess.
And they don't even expose their own money they're making.
But if you care about me, don't force it on me. I choose not to. I mean, I have some stuff on the side already. You gotta understand that too. There's not one way to success. You know what I mean? There's other ways out there. Understand that. But like I said, if y'all doing whatever Forex, starting your own business, I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people our age starting up their own businesses. I'm proud of y'all. Yeah, they don't teach you how to make business in college. I know there are courses, but them professors, they don't never own a business whatsoever or don't know how to take care of one.
They don't want you to be an entrepreneur.
That's why they work there, right?
They want you to become someone that you're working under, like another person you want to work under. They don't want you to become an entrepreneur or anything like that.
That too. They want you to work a job. There's no course that teach you entrepreneurship. Yeah, you gotta learn it from an entrepreneur yourself, right?
Right.
So I'm pretty proud of everybody. But we're gonna wrap it up here. Jonathan, you wanna close it off for us?
Mad respect for everybody though for doing their own thing. I know everybody's successful in their own way, but just keep it up.
Yes, sir.
All right, end it off, Jonathan. Say bye to the viewers.
I don't know how, man.
Just say whatever.
All right, man. This has been the Shlumpedcast, man. Featuring Brennan, featuring Pookie, featuring Alex.
All right.
Peace.
See y'all.
The Shlumpedcast.